will you be when the power goes out? Will you be ready? All right, hey everybody, it's Rob, and I am here at an undisclosed SHTF bunker in the Texas Panhandle that only a few dozen people probably know about. I know a couple of people have been here recently and they'll know where we are. But I'm at my little brother's place, and one of the things we've been going to do for a long time is get some alternative power hooked up. In this case, a regular gasoline generator. It's a pretty good generator. It's 11,500 starting watts and 9,200 running watts, which basically equates to about 38 amps when it's running of good electricity. Now we've hooked it up and we've tested it, but I thought I'd show you what we got here. I figured you might find it interesting because I knew what it was going to be, but now that we've got it done, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm digging this. I'm glad that we did it. I can give myself a pat on the back. Make my little brother buy me a drink here later. What we've got is a pretty good sized house here that has all the bells and whistles and features and everything. And a long time ago he had this shop built and we got the shop wired in. Yours truly did that. What we did today though is we hooked in the components that we needed to be able to run things in case of a power outage, which not very long ago they had a power outage. When was it? About 4 weeks ago, 5? Yep, back during the big Texas blizzard that everybody has ballyhooed so much. So anyway, what we did, the short of it, is we rigged up a cord that we can plug in. This is where I need an extra set of hands. Can I impose upon you to be our stunning fashion model? Right, this cord, what we've got, if you want to go ahead and undo that, this is a twist lock cord, twist lock plug that's made to go in. Now for those of you who don't know what a twist lock is, basically it plugs in, you want to show them? It plugs in and it only will go one direction. You cannot plug this thing in, or you might can, but you really have to work. You plug, you twist a quarter turn, and it locks it together, and then when you actually lock it together, it doesn't come apart. There you go, right like that. So this really is the main component here. That piece right there we put on just for safety. Kind of got to hold that for me. We put this on for safety to protect it because what we've done is we wired this cord into a standard 240 volt breaker panel, load center, and it's tied in right there into a breaker sized for 30 amps, which gives us all we need and protects the generator good. And unless we turn this breaker on, there's no power that goes to that. But when the power is turned on, and that's not, yeah, exactly, that's not going to be very safe like that. So that's why we got that plug to cover it up. Now, we can plug it into the generator. And of course, once it's plugged in there, there it is. There we go. Then we've got a good secure connection and everything's safe. And as long as that breaker's turned off, the power does not go back into the rest of the system. Now, when we turn that on, now, for the record, we've got the main breaker turned off and we've got the breaker over in the garage turned off that feeds the shop. So we've got basically there's a triple security every direction that we go from here. Normally, when you do an installation like this, you do a big double throw switch, which cannot accidentally be done. If you push it one way, the power to the house, the power from the line is on. If you do it the other way, power from your alternative sources are on. But we didn't have one of those, so we did it like this. So obviously, my little brother's going to have to show some diligence when he does all this, and I'm not concerned about it. He's a professional kind of guy, so it won't be a problem for him. But here's how it works. When the generator runs, it will feed power into this circuit breaker right here. When you turn that on, then it will feed power into this whole panel. When it feeds power into the panel, it will backfeed through that line right there, which goes underground over to the garage, up that conduit, across the top of the garage and into his main house panel. Now again, first of all, everything is off in here, including the breaker that feeds from the shop right there. So that's turned off. That's safety number 2. you can almost say there's 4 safety, because we got the plug, the first breaker, this circuit breaker right here. So it can't feed into this panel until we turn that breaker right there on. This right here is the main power coming in from the meter, and that breaker is turned off too. So we've got everything isolated. Now, when we fire it all up, everything feeds through fine. We did a test. We were able to run the well. We were able to run his cooktop range. We were able to run the oven. We were able to run all of his refrigerators at the same time. And notice, all of these we did separate. We didn't run everything all together. We ran it all separate, one at a time, just so we could write down the amperage ratings and how much it took. There's this pressure tank right there. So what we know now is that with that generator, he can run as well. He can have water all the time. He can keep his refrigerators going. He can run his fans that control his air conditioners. We didn't try the air conditioners because really that's not going to be a practical thing. You're just not going to want to run an air conditioner when you're in a situation like that, because it just uses up extra gas. It uses up, it makes noise, and it's just something you're going to have to learn to live with a little bit. Now, you could run it. I really feel like we could run the air conditioners, at least one of them would be okay. 30 amp breaker is the biggest breaker he's got anywhere except for that 60 amp breaker that feeds out to his shop. So what we're going to do, we're just going to fire it up. We'll kind of show you how everything kind of works and kind of does its thing. I feel like there was a subtle message there.
No need for AC when you have a cap.
Ah, gotcha. One fan is as good as another. All right, we're going to go fire up the generator. What we did, you saw probably in the intro, if I actually include that, was a good way to store a motor like that is to turn the gas off to it and let it suck all the gas out of the carburetor. And then you don't have to worry about that gas building up in there and clogging things up. So you going to fire it up? Okay, here we go. It's going to be noisier when we fire it up. So a lot of it may just be show and tell rather than actually, well, maybe more show than tell.
Fuel line on.
Yep, fuel line on.
Choke. You want to go pull or electric?
I'd say go electric. You can show off a little bit because I wish I had one. There we go, we're good to go now. Now, I'll show you, we got everything off. So right now we turn the light switches on. We got a big lot of nothing. But we go over here, we turn this guy on, and we'll turn this guy. Apparently I don't remember which one it is. I didn't turn the main one on. Yeah, see, I told you it was safe. Let me turn all those guys on right quick. And then I can turn this one on. This is the main breaker. I'm going to flip that on. You'll hear the generator pull down. The lights come on. Fan starts spinning, so we're going good now. But we don't really need those lights, so we'll go ahead and turn those off. You hear the generator clapping back down. Okay, now. Now it'll be a little bit easier to hear. We're going to go in here. The well is still pressured up, so we're not going to be able to make it run. And we probably won't make anything run, to be real honest. But we have power in this panel now. When I turn this guy on right here, now we can turn on anything we need. We can do the garage just to show the lights come on. Was it this one? Nope. Don't know. Which one was garage? Mike, do you remember?
Top before the AC. That one right there. Yep.
There we go. Yeah, see, now we got light in here. We got those refrigerators running. Got those lights. And life is good. I'm telling you, if you can get water.
You want to go open the valve anyways?
Yeah, it's okay. It's not the kind of thing they could see run, but we tested it, we know it ran. So anyway, it's just something we wanted to show you. We just figured this was, I knew this was going to be a pretty cool thing, and so we just wanted to show you how it all worked out. I guess because we're proud of it. This is like a big step in preparedness and being ready. And we're glad we did it. You know, some of y'all might have questions about that kind of thing. You'll be able to get a hold of me, and maybe I can provide some answers. Now, like I say, technically this isn't exactly the best way to do it. There's a little bit of redneckery and yeah, put it together. But it is, if done right, completely safe. But that's the way anything is, right? If you do it right, it's safe. If you don't do, no matter what it is, you don't do it right, it's not safe. Problem. Anyway, that's it. We just wanted to give you a little taste and show you that, and hope you like it. So, thanks.